Hello there, Zanna James here with your weather, and starting with what has been the talk of the Caribbean, Tropical Storm Melissa. Yes, Melissa is still a tropical storm, and it continues to meander in the Caribbean Sea. Now, this system remains very slow moving at around 3 kilometers per hour, which is literally a walking pace. So we haven't seen much movement when it comes to Melissa. Now, the concern with such a slow moving system is a prolonged impact. Even as a tropical storm, Melissa has already brought widespread rainfall and flooding across these areas. Now, imagine a hurricane sitting over the same area for several days. Between a category 1 and 4 strength, that could be concerning. So rainfall totals over the next 3 days could reach up to 20 inches according to the National Hurricane Center, with some other models projecting up to 24 inches. Now, the National Hurricane Center's latest advisory warns that Jamaica could see life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides, urging residents to complete hurricane preparations by today. Conditions there could begin to deteriorate between Saturday and Sunday, and for Haiti, catastrophic flash flooding and landslides are expected across the southwestern areas, with the potential for infrastructural damage which could isolate communities. Now, we are keeping Jamaica, Haiti, and Puerto Rico in our thoughts in the coming days. Now, back here at home, our satellite shows a relatively dry environment, though a few smaller patches of moisture could bring an isolated shower or two over eastern Trinidad and parts of Tobago tonight, particularly around Crown Point for those of you in Tobago for Tobago Carnival. Now, otherwise, tonight should be mostly clear across both islands with a nighttime low of 24 degrees in Trinidad and 26 degrees over in Tobago. Now, zooming out a bit in the central Atlantic, the two tropical waves that we had yesterday have now sort of merged into one. It is showing healthy convective activity that could approach our area by Wednesday. Could approach. That depends on what Melissa does, as it may draw some of that moisture northward, limiting the wave strength. So we are keeping an eye on what Melissa does in the coming days and how that will affect this tropical wave. Now, looking ahead to the weekend, especially for those heading to Tobago for Carnival, the outlook is generally favorable. Saturday appears to have the highest chances for showers, mainly brief and isolated during the afternoon, while the rest of the day should bring mostly sunny and at times breezy conditions. Now, by Sunday, the big day, precipitation chances decreases even further, with hot and sunny conditions expected throughout most of the day. And we see those precipitation chances going really far down all the way to Wednesday. Now, just a few carnival tips. Remember to stay hydrated, keep your sunscreen handy for the road, and be mindful of those breezy conditions for your feathers as well. Now, for Trinidad, Saturday also looks like the more unsettled of the two days. That's for both Saturday and Sunday, with a few afternoon showers possible and a low chance for thunderstorm activity. Sunday into Monday, those days are trending drier, with mostly sunny skies and lower rainfall chances extending all the way down to Wednesday. When it comes to our temperatures, it will be a bit hot, around 32 degrees on Saturday, and we could get up to 34 degrees for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. When it comes to our seas now, spring tide officially ends today, so nearshore tidal levels should return to normal heading into the weekend. But out on the open waters, those conditions will be moderate, with wave heights between 1.5 and 2 meters, and in sheltered areas between 0.5 and 1 meter. Now, we could get an occasional chop, and that's because we will have a bit of northerly swells impacting those sheltered areas. So take caution when it comes to our seas and be mindful of that. Now, that's all for your weekend weather. I am Zanna James. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend ahead.